Welcome to the restart of my latest project. I'll explain that when we come right back. So what's up with the restart, you're asking? Well, exactly what it is. It's a restart. I had started my next project called the Finneys. I had actually done the first day of carving and had all the carving done. I was editing videos when I received an email from my customer pointing out that I had misspelled a name. I had misspelled Tonna. It's supposed to be T-O-N-A, and I have it as T-O-N-N-A. Now that's totally my fault. I was given the correct spelling, and when I sent them the proof, I had misspelled it. And with the holiday hustle and bustles and everything, they didn't catch it right off the bat. I certainly didn't catch it because I carved it. So it's my fault. So that's a beautiful piece of cedar right there. I specifically chose it for this job. I thought it was going to be really nice. And it is, but it's not functional because of my spelling error. So live and learn from my mistake. I'll plane this board down and I'll use it again for some other project on down the line, but I've got some more good 1-inch thick cedar that I'm going to make it from. So stick around. We'll start this one all over. So with the restart of the Finneys. All right. The first thing I have to do is to cut the board down to the length, because I want to use this segment. I'm going to use this segment of the board. I want this color change here. So we're going to cut this down. Now, because this is going to have rustic edges and broken edges on the ends, I don't have to worry about cutting exactly a straight line. It's going to blend itself right into the rustic stuff. So here we go. All right, first thing I'm going to be doing is sanding with the disc sander. This is not a random orbital sander. This is a disc sander. You cannot lay it flat down on the board. It'll run away from you and damage the board. You have to work on the edge. Now, I'm exaggerating working on the edge. It will almost look like I'm working flat, but I'm not. So don't get confused. It has to be raised ever so slightly so that you're working on the outer edges, not in the center like you do with a random orbital. So here we go. It's gonna be a little noisy, so I'll put on some music for you. All right, that's nice and clean. So what we're going to do next, we're going to take the exact same sanding disc and I'm going to switch it over to my random orbital, and we'll use it for a quick touch up, and then we'll come back with another grit, the one that I just took off, be a little bit finer. So here we go. In all actuality, for the purposes of the laser and my router, that's plenty smooth enough, but I've got it here, so let's go ahead and do it. Plenty smooth. I like that just the way it is. Okay, off camera, I drew me some straight perpendicular lines on both sides, and then I drew me some cross sections to find the center of the board, and I've got the red diode shining on that portion. I've already got the program loaded up into my laser, So what we're going to do right now is just do a quick frame, and we'll see where it lays out. That looks real good, so we're going to run with that. You're going to see this in real time because all we're doing is lines. We're not laser engraving in or making a solid engraving into it. Let me get the camera. Yeah, you can see it good there. I'll zoom in a little bit more, and here we go. I'll use these lines as the basis for me to do my carvings on. Excuse me. And my customer wants a V-groove bottom, and I can't do that with the laser, but I can use the laser for the layout and then use my router with my V-groove bits and get them the style of font that they're looking for. As you can see, only one N in there this time. Just about finished. There we are finished. So there's my layout for the carving that I'm going to do. So when we come back, we will be working on the carving. Hang on. Okay, as you can see, I have a very fine pointed bit in the tip of my router, and I'm going to use that one for the fine detail in the established 1972. And the only reason I stuck my fingers by that router bit is because my router is not plugged in. So I'm going to plug in. We're going to go ahead and get started. I carved the E of established and went to check the video and never pressed the record button. So this is, I guess, gonna be a challenge for me. So here we go. Gonna plug it in. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the 1972, the larger letter, so you can see it easier. I'm not real sure how you're going to be able to see the smaller letters ST, but we'll do the 1972, and that'll let you see exactly how I'm going to carve it. So what I did to get my depth, I took the router bit and I plunged a hole straight down until the router bit touched the outside edges of the shank of the letter. I stopped at that point, backed the router bit back inside the base, set the router down, and then dropped the router bit down to the bottom of the hole, and then I had my set depth that I wanted to work at. So when I get to the smaller, finer points, I will, this is kind of exaggerated, but I'll have the base of the router up, and that doesn't allow the bit to go as far down and allows me to get more finer pointed details. So I'll show you how it's going to work. You'll see it in just a second. Here we go. All right, let me blow this out and I'll bring it around and give y'all a good close-up of the carving so they can see how I did it. So I've got loose stuff in here, but I'll clean all that up here in just a little bit, but that gives you the idea of how we're going to do it. Now these smaller letters right here, I think I'm going to go ahead and just reset my depth to do those, but I'm going to finish these off camera, and I'll probably finish these, the Jesse and Tana, off camera, but when I come back with the Finneys, I'll do that all on camera. So hang on, we will be right back. Well, all right, we've got the carving done, so now we're going to do the Finneys. And as you can see with this bit here, it's a little bit different. This is a 60-degree bevel bit. Let me turn it a little bit. I can do it again because my router's not, there's my plug, it's not plugged in. So it's a 60-degree V-point bit. So I'm going to show you how I set that up for the proper depth, since I didn't show it on the last one. So again, I'll leave this bit sticking out as far as I've got it. Let me get situated and get plugged back in. Okay. So what I want to do, I'm going to plunge in the middle of this T until the bit touches the outer edge here and the inner edge here of that letter T. That way I know I'm going the full width that I want to go. So let me take this one right here. Alright. That is the depth I want to go. It is from line to line. So I'll open the router bit adjustment, I'll loosen it up, bring it back out. Now I'll bring the router bit down. Right there's the bottom, lock it in place, and now I've got it set to match that hole. So here we go. We're going to do the T and the F, and then we're going to reset the same way on the smaller letters with this bit. So here we go. Okay, off camera, I'm going to go ahead and reset and do the rest of the carving here. And when I come back, all the carving will be done, and I'll show you what we've got carved in. So hang on, we'll be right back. All right, as you can see, I've got all the carving done. This video is running a little bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and stop right here in video number 1. When I come back in video number 2, we will be cutting the jagged edges and the rustic finish that they're looking for, and then we'll get the black spray in all the lettering, and then we'll get the clear coat on. So we will see you real soon in video number 2. Until then, hug all your family and friends, let them know you love them, and God bless.